Hey, how you doing, girl? Ah, Miss Emily McFarlane. I'm happy to be spending some time with you today. I don't know how long my presentation will be today, so please bear with me while I make some decisions as I proceed in this discussion. Um, so today is the 10th of September, 2019, and let's see what's going on with me right now. Um, I'm excited. There are a lot of wonderful things happening in my life right now, and I'm actually stunned about how wonderful things are going, how wonderfully things are going. Um, my life is really being pulled together, and I don't know, it's a wonderful feeling. Yeah, I feel really supported by the universe and by myself, and I don't know, things are just going really well. Um, So the question of the day today is, if you could learn to speak a foreign language, what language would you choose? And that's a rather easy question for me. I think I would choose the Spanish language. Why? Well, I live in Southern California, and Spanish would be a very useful language to have under my belt. Um, and there's a lot of Mexican culture intertwined with the American culture. And that dynamic is really interesting. There's all kinds of interesting stuff going on. There's cuisine that's being exchanged, and lots of different ingredients that are being used in a shared way. And also social cultures are coming together through commerce and through learning institutions. And I really like to see that interplay happening. It's very complex, and um, I wish I could appreciate it more. I would be able to appreciate it more if I knew Spanish. I have attempted in the past to learn Spanish before, but my efforts were not, well, they didn't really materialize into something where I had some level of proficiency in the language. I know simple phrases and simple words, and I can speak it if I'm asked to read it. But my level of understanding is not very good. I get lost pretty quick, and just there are words or sentences that trip me up. So my understanding level is very low. I'd say easily, probably only 3 to 5% understanding. Um, I'd like to say that it's like 10%, but let's be realistic here. You know, thankfully, I'm pretty intuitive, and I can sort of, by context, understand words that are being used. But there's a lot that goes on that I don't understand when I am around people who speak Spanish. And so, yeah, I think what I need is some kind of immersion program where I just immerse myself in the language. And I also need to set aside time to study it. Yeah. So, Emily, I'm curious, what language would you choose to speak if you had a chance to make that choice? Would it be French? Would it be German? Would it be Japanese or Mandarin Chinese? Perhaps it would be an Asian language, like I don't know, Greek, or maybe an African language. Oh, I think Greek is a European language. Oh, sorry. So let's see. So what else is going on in my life? I don't know. I'm getting ready to travel to Avila Beach this weekend. Got to do some laundry and do some packing for that trip. And let's see what else is going on. I need to go groceries shopping. I'm running out of groceries right now. My photography class is going well. I'm going to pick up a few rolls of film at the bookstore this afternoon. I'm going to the gym regularly, although I did not go to the gym yesterday, which I kind of regret. Would have been really nice if I could have gone swimming yesterday, but maybe I'll just do that today. I'll try to hit the pool today. I might want to do something else besides the pool as well. Maybe I'll combine pool and biking into one. Let's see, last time I went biking was Friday. So Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Oh, I can do biking today. So I could do some swimming and I could do an hour of biking. That might be worth it. And then what I can do tomorrow is do chest and then back on Thursday. But that means I wouldn't have done any running. So here's the thing about working out. I've got to do it every week in order to maintain my level of fitness, which is important to me. And so somehow I need to fit it in. I've got all these workouts. Here's the problem. I have the schedule where I can do 5 different workouts on 5 days. That's kind of a problem because some days I can only do 4 workouts. I mean, some weeks I can only do 4 workouts. So how do I squeeze in that last workout in the following week? Because I work out every day, every weekday. So it's like, how do I pull this off? It's not easy. The schedule that I put together, I'm always feeling behind. I'm going to have to figure out something new in my workout schedule. Maybe if I only have 2 workouts, 2 primary. Here's the thing. 2 workouts is not enough. 2 workouts a week, 2 workouts, even 3 workouts a week. It's not enough. I don't know who can do 3 workouts a week. It's got to be at least 4, ideally 5 workouts a week. I'm serious. I don't know who's doing just 3 workouts a week. Who can live like that? And I'm thinking a workout being about an hour and a half total. I don't know. Maybe the plan, a good plan would be for me to do workouts twice a day. Can I even do that? I don't know. Can I work out that long? I don't know. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty in life, and I'm still figuring it out. As I imagine, you're figuring out life too as you're moving along. The only thing I suggest to you in terms of fatherly advice relating to how to work out life is try not to injure yourself. You know, having a healthy body is really important. And when people injure themselves, when a part of the body receives trauma, that part of the body may not ever be the same again. And that is quite a loss. So you're welcome to experiment and perform ways which are risky in social situations. But when it comes to physical risk, I'd like you to try to be conservative, particularly when you're at a young age, because if you like jam your finger wrong and your thumb knuckle is all jacked up and you're only 15 years old, then that thumb knuckle is going to be jacked up for the next 80 years. And you just have to learn to live with a jacked up thumb knuckle. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, of course. I jammed all my fingers when I was a kid by playing basketball and baseball. I remember a really serious jam. I jammed. I think I jammed this pointer finger. I think it was my pointer finger when I caught a fly ball, and I might have only been like 15, 16 years old. No, I was probably less than that. I'm guessing I was like 9 or 10 or 13, maybe around 13. So I was playing baseball. I caught a baseball and it jammed my finger so bad. It eventually healed and that it went away. But I remember that jam. It's kind of funny. I jammed another finger. Which finger did I jam? Oh, I think I jammed. Which finger did I jam? Man, it's so good that I don't know which finger I jammed. It was about 2 years ago. I was playing volleyball, and this volleyball just came out of nowhere. Seriously, it just came out of nowhere. And I sort of caught it. I didn't catch it, but I sort of pushed it. I sort of saw it at the last minute in my peripheral vision, and my hand went to it. And it was a hand that was, I think it was like this. It's kind of like this. And the ball came in, and it just crushed this knuckle here, this poor little knuckle. I think it might have been this one. I'm so glad that it feels pretty pulled together. It's not giving me any pain. Oh, wow. That's great. That's great news. It hurt for so long. It literally hurt for like a year and a half. This jam finger. Oh my gosh. It was so painful when it happened. I mean, right after it happened, I was like, wow, this is a really painful injury. I knew it was like a standout injury because, I mean, I've had jam knuckles before and they hurt. Don't get me wrong. But this is like really painful. It's like, what happened here? And I was thinking I might have broken a bone or something. That didn't make any sense because I had full range of motion in my finger, and I don't know. I might have had a hairline fracture, possibly. But I did not go to the doctor for it, which might not have been a very good choice. Anyway, I'm so glad that I can't figure out which finger got injured. It has been like 2 years now. So thankfully, my finger bounced back. There's something about the human body that bounces back. I don't know what is responsible for this healing function, whether it's these stem cells or what are they called? Pluripotent cells. This healing function that our body has is a miracle. It's so miraculous. And sometimes if you just wait long enough, it'll heal. But let me return to my original point, and that is do your best not to get injured or hurt pretty badly. Like if you lose an arm, that can really have an impact it won't have an impact on your emotional life, but it'll have an impact on your physical life. Of course, with technology marching forward, there's a lot of great technology out there that can replace limbs and things like that. So I guess we have that to look forward to. But, I think as a general rule, it's good not to sort of put too much trauma into your body if you can help it. Because, for you as a young person, it just means that you're going to have to carry around this problem area, like a lost finger or whatever, for, a long time, like 80 years. No doubt you'll adapt to that. Our brain is wonderful at adapting to things like that, to losses of function. And after a while, it just becomes normal. And when I mean, when I talk about a while, I mean just 6 months. Even serious problems like people who have become quadriplegics or things like that, they adapt emotionally to their new situation. It probably takes a couple years for the transition to happen fully, but eventually it happens. Now, I have a feeling that there are some injuries that persist, things like stroke and traumatic brain injury. These are things that can have a very debilitating effect over a long period of time and can affect your ability to thrive in the world. So I ask you to guard against those things. Always wear a helmet when you ride a bicycle or a skateboard or a motorcycle or driving in a car. So here's this thing. I have a thing about helmets and cars. It's it's a thing for me. It's like, why isn't everyone wearing a helmet? I do not know why. It ought to be mandatory for people to wear helmets in cars. I just don't get it. They wear helmets on bicycles, they wear helmets on motorcycles, but we don't wear helmets in cars. Does that mean anything? And why is that? We're all too concerned about how the helmet will give us helmet head or something, helmet hair. We really all need to be wearing helmets in a car. We're driving 30 miles an hour. If we swerve, our heads can hit the side of the window. If we swerve the other direction, our heads can hit our passenger's head. you know, uh, it doesn't take much to have forces that override our hips and our oh, what is this part of our body? Our upper body. These muscles are generally kind of weak, and there's quite a range of motion too. If things are disrupted, we'll go this way and that. We'll go forward. You know, we could go forward, even not crashing. We could go forward enough to hit our heads on the steering column. It looks like I'm blurry there. And that's all it takes, man. That's all it takes to jostle the brain a little bit. Before you know it, you've got um, um, like a skull fracture or something like that, or you've got a concussion. It doesn't take much. So really, I think we all ought to be wearing helmets in cars as passengers. This convention of not wearing helmets is just weird. And autonomous vehicles. Yeah, I'm really looking forward for the advent of that technology. Oh boy, I was really hoping by the end of this year there would be a lot of autonomous vehicles on the road, or some autonomous vehicles on the road, but it's slow going. Anyway, hopefully some organization steps up and helps us out a little bit. Anyway, I think I'm going to probably get out of here because I've got a blood test to take. I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day, girl. I want you to know I love you very much, and I look forward to our next visit together. Bye bye.